All right, welcome to Essential Cocktails, everybody. Today we're exploring our first tiki recipe, and some say this is the ultimate tiki drink. I'm inclined to agree. So today we're going to make a Mai Tai. Okay, so the Mai Tai. This is a delicious drink which was created in the 1940s by Victor Bergeron, also known as Trader Vic, who's one of the pioneers of the tiki revolution. Although there are some arguments to say that Ernest Raymond Beaumont Gant, which is a bit of a mouthful of a name, also known as Don Beach from Don the Beachcomber, created a drink which kind of inspired Victor Bergeron's Mai Tai 10 to 15 years later, although Trader Vic really strongly denies that and says anyone who says he didn't create the drink is a stinker. So although Trader Vic clearly strongly denies any knowledge of Don's drink, there are two ingredients in common, which a lot of drinks have in common to be fair, being rum and lime. And then Don's drink was pretty different. It contained aniseed in the form of Pernod or absinthe, it contained grapefruit, and it also contained velvet falernum. And none of those ingredients are in Trader Vic's recipe, which has become the kind of synonymous, definitive Mai Tai recipe that we know and love today. So since then, obviously a lot's happened. Drinks, tastes have changed, and in the kind of 80s and 90s, the Mai Tai became this fruity, sweet, saccharine kind of abomination, a lot of people would say, which completely misrepresented what a Mai Tai should be, or its original form. So what we're going to do today is make a drink which is inspired by Trader Vic's recipe, which I think is really, really delicious. There's going to be no pineapple juice in there, because that wasn't in the original recipe, and we're going to need a few different things. So at the heart of every good Mai Tai is rum, and not one rum, potentially not two rums, but I'm going with 3 different rums today. So first of all, we're going to go with our aged white rum, which is going to be Eldorado 3. We're also going to go with a Jamaican rum, which is Appleton Estate, which has a little bit more age on there, a little bit more kind of funk coming through. And then we're going to finish it off with Gosling's Black Seal rum. And the reason for blending rums is that Trader Vic originally made this drink with Wray & Nephew 17, which was discontinued, and he was really searching for that flavor profile in his Mai Tai. And it's pretty difficult to know what that rum tasted like definitively. So this is the really exciting part of a Mai Tai. You can blend rums, you could introduce rum agricole, which would be a little bit more grassy, particularly a younger one. You can introduce really funky high ester rums, maybe some kind of really funky Jamaican rums. You can introduce darker rums like Gosling's, or even an overproof Demerara rum. The world is your oyster here. Pick rums that you really like, experiment with blending them together, and that's going to be our starting point for the Mai Tai. So to our rums, we're going to be adding some sweet elements and some sour elements, and the sour element is going to be freshly squeezed lime juice. As is common in a lot of tiki cocktails, this is really popular in many tiki drinks. So lime is going to be our acidity, and then we're going to have 2 sweeteners, one of which being a liqueur, one of which being a syrup. The liqueur is going to be Cointreau in our recipe, but you can choose your favorite orange liqueur, and this brings some kind of complementary round, sweet citric notes to the drink. And then second of all, we're going to go with orgeat, which is an almond syrup. So I'm using Monin orgeat syrup. Some people like to make their own, which is also a really good option, but this just brings a really nice kind of nutty character to the drink. And then the final ingredient is going to be a little bit of saline solution, which is not traditional, but if you followed this channel and this course for a while, you'll know I really like to bring big, diverse flavors together, like these, using a little bit of salt, and this does a really good job of that. So now we can start building our Mai Tai. So there are hundreds, if not thousands, of different Mai Tai recipes, and there's no right and wrong here, just the one that you find balanced based on your kind of flavor preferences and your favorite rums. So this is a really simple recipe, and we're going to go 20 mils first of all of our aged white rum, which is going to bring some of the kind of white chocolate, unripe banana notes and a little bit of vanilla to the drink. Very delicious. I'm going to blend that with 20 mils of our Appleton Estate Jamaican rum, and these two work really nicely together without overpowering the drink. They just harmonize really well. 20 mils again of our freshly squeezed lime juice for the kind of acidity and brightness that you need in a lot of tiki cocktails. And then we're going to do 20 ml again of our sweetener, but it's going to be 10 mils of Cointreau and 10 mils of our orgeat syrup. So a really simple recipe to remember: 20 mils of each rum, 20 mils of our lime juice, and then 20 mils of our sweetener divided into 2, being 10 mils of Cointreau. And then finally, 10 mils of our orgeat syrup, or some people pronounce this orzat, and this is going to bring that really nice nutty character to the drink. Finally, we'll grab our optional saline solution, which I do really recommend. And I'm a big fan of seasoning cocktails. So the purpose here is to bring these really kind of wide, vibrant flavors together, and this is going to do that really nicely. Now I'm going to add some crushed ice, which I've freshly crushed for the drink. And if you don't have an ice crusher like this one, that's totally fine. You can just wrap it in a tea towel and give it a smash with a rolling pin, obviously being careful, or even a muddler would work quite well. So that's around about 100 grams of our crushed ice. We're just going to give this a really, really quick shake, no more than 5 seconds, just to mix it together. And then the reason for not shaking this any more than that, A, is because we don't want to emulsify the drink. B is because crushed ice really chills the drink quickly. But also C, we don't want to over dilute the drink. So you can just open pour this into our glass. You can top this up with more crushed ice. I'm going to go for a very traditional tiki garnish, which is going to be a lime wheel and a big old sprig of mint, because we want to get that really nice kind of fresh aroma on the drink. And I do recommend garnishing before finishing the drink, and I'll explain why in a second. So in we go with the lime, in we go with a big old over the top sprig of mint, because this is tiki after all, and we can embrace excess. Gonna add our straw, and this isn't quite finished yet. So you can take this to the table or to your guest or for yourself as you'd like to. And then to finish the drink, we're just gonna crown it with 10 mils of a really dark rum, such as Gosling's. And this just brings that kind of richness, those kind of treacle notes. And that finishes off our citrusy, rummy, nutty, orangey, delicious drink known as a Mai Tai. Enjoy that one, everybody.